So in this exercise, I'm doing a short foot and I'm using a band to kind of give me some feedback. So if we zoom in over here and we look at our foot, when I'm standing just flat, what goal of this exercise is we want to make equal points of contact between my heel, my big toe, and then my outer small toe. So those points of contact should never lift. So I shouldn't be lifting my heel up, I shouldn't roll out outside, I shouldn't roll inside. While keeping even pressure, I want to be able to lift my arch away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger here and I'm going to try to lift my arch. Literally, that's all the motion it is. Lift my arch away from the ground. The key though is that we lift our arch without lifting the big toe up. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a band. I'm going to put a band here and I'm going to put it under my big toe. Now what that's going to do when I'm standing is I'm going to pull on it like so. When I'm pulling on it, I need to be able to lift the arch without my big toe coming up, and I'm going to have that feedback if the band snaps me in the face. So again, you're going to put a band under the big toe, under the joint there. You're going to give it a nice little pull, and your job is just to try to lift your arch up and hold. You should be feeling all the muscles kind of on this inside part of your calf working and along all the muscles underneath the arch and even on the outside. You should just feel like everything is gripping on. It should feel like an intense gripping exercise for your foot. And again, you're going to notice I'm not splaying my toes, I'm not digging my toes into the ground. I have what's known as a quiet foot. Now I've practiced this a lot, which is why it looks so easy. For someone that hasn't practiced this before, you're going to be compensating all over the place, and that's kind of normal when you begin. But the goal is to make it quiet so it just looks like this. Everything in my foot is on. You can progress this by eventually then adding a balance component, and now you're balancing on one leg while keeping that arch up. So with this exercise, I'm going to first start by standing on one leg and assuming the short foot position. So I want to be here. My foot's relaxed right now, but I want to be active through it. So I want to try to lift my arch up ever so slightly while keeping pressure in my heel, as well as my big toe and my outer side of my small toe. Once I'm in this position, my weight is evenly dispersed throughout my foot. I want to slowly shift my weight forward and then back. And as I shift my weight forward, I'm going to feel everything in my foot, my arch, my heel, my calf, everything's going to grip the ground, and that's the goal of the exercise. You want to feel your muscles turn on as my weight shifts forward, and then I'm going to try to control it and bring it back. The key is that I'm in control of the motion. I'm just not going to shift my hips back and forth. Everything stays nice and upright, my chest stays tall, and I'm actually moving at my ankle to bring my weight forward. And over there it's tough, and I'm going to try and bring it back. If you feel like you're going to fall, you can put your hands on a wall, or you can be in front of a wall. That way you have the wall there. But again, your goal is to control this motion through your foot, not necessarily my hips or my hands.
So with this mobilization, we're working on ankle dorsiflexion. A few things that I'm focusing on while I perform this mobilization, I really just want to keep my heel flat on the ground. So as I do it, I'm not letting my heel lift up off the box here. But with that being said, I am messing around with the angle that my shin bone is moving over my foot and my toes. So I'm not just going straight, I'm going to go straight, I'm going to go straight and out. I'm going to go straight and in. I'm really looking for what feels tight to me. What feels like I'm getting a good stretch in the back of my ankle, deep in my calf, lower down. So once I'm here, I can even mess around with my arch. So I can let my arch cave in a little bit. I can raise my arch. And I'm just going to mess around with this. And I'm going to see, okay, right here, I feel like I'm actually getting a good stretch back here. So I'm going to attack this angle here. So I'm just going to drive forward. I can off weight my body weight with my arms and my other leg, or I can put more weight into my right leg if I feel like that is what's helping with the stretch. Right here is where I'm getting the best stretch right now in the back of my calf. I'm just hanging out here. I'm shifting my weight side to side. I'm getting a good stretch in the back and on the outside right now. So really, with this one, have fun with it. See what works for you. A few things what I don't want to happen. Don't get a ton of pinching or pain in your ankle, in your foot. This isn't supposed to cause pain. You should just be feeling a stretch and feel like you're getting some good movement and motion in your foot and ankle. This is a standing, static calf stretch. And we're performing this with the knee straight, so we're hitting the gastrocnemius muscle. Don't do it with the knee bent, as that is a different stretch. That would be a soleus stretch. What I want you to do is get set up by a wall, take a step back with the side that you want to stretch, focus on keeping that knee straight the entire time. Now you're just going to shift your weight forward. You can support your body weight with your elbows extended or with your forearms bent, supported on the wall. And now you're just going to hold this position. It's really important to take a look down, make sure that your foot is facing 12 o'clock and that your heel isn't lifting up. Keep that heel flat on the ground, keep your knees straight, and hold that position.